Hey, Brian from Garage Mall. Today I have a wireless driveway alarm system. Looks like Dr. Owl. So let's open this up and see what we get inside. So here are the directions, the user manual, the NS001. So, kind of give you an overview. So it gives you a kind of product introduction, overview, operating instructions for motion sensor. So that gives you kind of an idea. And then on the back it has how to install, troubleshooting, technical parameters. So detection distance, it shows 6 meters, 20 feet, high sensitivity 30 feet, 9 meters. Might be affected by environmental temperatures. So if you have an area where the sun dips behind the clouds, has direct sunlight, that may affect its performance. My experience are that they usually work pretty well. Wireless distance, it's half a mile or 800 meters in a clear unobstructed space, meaning that so if you have this up to a half mile away, it will work basically kind of as like they call it as a crow flies. You have a straight line, unimpeded area that will significantly be reduced if it has to go through like an area of trees. So if you have a curved driveway and you don't have a direct line of sight that's unblocked, you may not get half a mile distance, and may be reduced into half or even more. Just to kind of give you an idea, I have probably about it's probably about like 200 yards from my driveway to my house, and I'm going to be placing a sensor inside a metal building. So we'll see how that performance actually works, just to kind of give you an idea. But these are typically pretty awesome. And here is the indoor sensor. So that is your link device. And then the power, it's a C plug, which actually comes with the unit. So you can basically kind of like plug that in, plug it in next to your like desktop computer. If you have a extra charger block from an old cell phone, you can use that. Or like in my case, I have some electrical outlets that have like the USB adapter on it. So we can use those. And this will probably be a pretty good test because I have it up at the driveway. We'll mount it up at the top of my driveway, and then we'll have it plugged in here. So basically that's kind of like looking for a sensor already. But it'll be pretty neat. So we can like leave it here hooked up. And here is the owl sensor. And it comes with some mounting screws as well. So you have 3 screws, and this is like, these green things are like to mount into like some drywall. So if you want to mount it like closer near the door or wherever you have it. So this is the swivel base, and I believe, yeah, it comes unscrewed. So what you can do is unscrew that all the way, take it out of the ball and socket, and then you can mount this onto whatever you're mounting it on. In my case, it's going to be a tree up at the top of the driveway, so that mounts there. It does have a solar panel on top of it, so that is what is going to power it, which is great because some of the other ones I've used in the past, they've had batteries, and the batteries run out awfully fast on some of those units. So this is great. So it has a bunch of little switches on here, and his tie is what your power button is going to be. So we'll have to give this a little bit of juice to get him all powered and charged up. I want to see if they have an alternate charging way on here. Oh, I did find the charging spot underneath here. It was kind of like right below the tie. It was kind of like pointing it to me. So this is the bottom part. So you can charge this up if you have like a lot of cloudy days in a row or something like that. Or in my case, I'm going to charge this up so we can mount it outside and get it going. And then I have a little C plug here. We'll just plug it in and give it some juice. And then you can see the power light comes on here to show that's charging. So we'll let this go for a little while, and then we'll be back. All right, so stay tuned. Okay, so ideally you want to mount this in a position where it's going to trip when someone's coming down your driveway. If you look up here, this is my road. So I would not want to have it facing here because it's going to pick up all the road traffic. So I'm going to mount it basically probably right about here. So when someone's coming down a driveway, it will trigger, so I know. So that's a good spot. So we basically undo this joint on here. And then you pull that ball out, pull that piece out. And then to mount it, we are gonna go for right here. I'll mount this right here. Okay, so then you put this joint, this little nut in here, and then you're going to be pushing that in. Then you are going to screw it out, and then we're going to angle it right about there. So this way, if we have some small animals or critters coming down a driveway, it doesn't accidentally trip it. Unless you want that, then you can lower it down to a lower level. But I want this to basically catch like anybody walking down a driveway or any vehicles coming down a driveway. And then what we do is we just hold this in, top part of this tie, and then that will turn on. And then you have a couple different selections, low and high. And then we have alarm off, meaning that inside that unit is off right now. So I'm gonna go inside, turn that unit on, and then I'm gonna call my daughter and have her walk past to basically trip this, so you can get a general idea of how that seems when you're inside. So stay tuned.
So that's what it sounds like when somebody walks past the sensor. So you know that somebody's arrived. But really cool. And let me give you an idea of how far that is where she's standing. So stand by, we'll be right back.
So that is my studio desk, and we'll walk through the messy side of my shop and studio, give you kind of an idea of how far this is actually working. So steel garage, and then that's how far we have that mounted up there. Anyway, so it works great from a long distance. Brian from Garage Mahal, thanks for watching, and be safe out there.